everybody. I'm going to do super simple step number 2. For those of you that like step, have a step. If you don't have a step, my suggestion is if you have a yoga mat that'll stick to the floor, you can do the same patterns on the yoga mat as if you were using a step. And that's just good for the brain to kind of get that patterning, that having to get up and down or forward and back off of something. So let's go ahead and start with the right foot march behind your step. Let's tap that back edge. Now march for 3. 1, 2, 3 in a tap. Kind of like a hustle in traditional cardio. Now I'm going to add a little travel side to side. 1, 2, 3, and touch. Let's do this 4 more. March center, right foot, bring it back. Now half-time basic. That means we're up, we're down, we're down. Make sure that whole foot will get on your step. When you step down, keep it close to the back edge. Let's take that up to tempo. Just pump the arms. So if you're not using a step, you're doing a little bit of a forward and back motion here. Let's add some arms. Just reach and pull. And if my arms don't suit you, make your own up or just hands on hips. Get the feet first. Four more right here. I'm losing my Cheateagle. She's wandering around. All right, hamstring. I'm going to step and curl. Step, curl. Heel to the rear. Hands pull low. Elbows back. Stay here. Now we'll change the hamstring to a leg lift back. Open. Think of squeezing the gluteal muscle. Keep the shoulders down from the ears and the chest forward. Always go for length instead of height on the hip extensions. Last 4, 4. Now fake jump rope. Bring it down. Eight more. Now I want you to march with your left foot. Ready? Left foot march. Left, right. Tap that back edge of the step. We're going to repeat the warm-up. Left side leads. Now, march 3, tap on the 4th count. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2. Look, there is the daisy. Everybody's favorite part. I don't know what she's doing back there. All right, now I'm going to add a little travel. So the lateral move. Step together, step, tap up. I think she's looking for crumbs of some kind, but she doesn't know. Ooh, I'm like, what's going on with my music? I didn't know. All right. Let's march it down behind your step. So you're on that left lead, slow, half-time basic. You're up, down, down. Checking in, make sure you get that whole foot on the step. Heels should not be hanging off the back of the bench. One more slow. I'm going to take it up to this tempo. Ready, and go. Up, down. So pump the arms. Remember, that's always a go-to for arm work. Just keep them moving. Arms front, I'm going to do front raise like I did on the other side. Keep these going. Four more here. Hamstring curls are coming up. Step curl, down, down. Low row arms. Pull back, pull back. Keep going. Let's do four more. Getting ready to change. Leg lift back. Hip extension. Go for length. Shoulders away from the ears. Chest forward. Squeezing the gluteal. Last 8. Last 4. Bring it off a step, fake jump rope. Eight more here. All right, if you need a sip of water, this would be an excellent time to get it. I'm gonna grab one. I'm gonna start with more of a list or an add-on style. We're gonna start with a jump shot. We're on that right foot. Step tap. It's like you're making a basket here. Now, I call it a jump shot. Jump is optional. You can step tap or jump shot. Let's do 4 more here and we'll add on. 2 more. Now, basic, right foot up. 2 more. V-step. Just reach. Go back to basic. 2. V-step. 2. Do it again. I'm going to break it down. 1 basic, 1 V-step. One more. Now knee lift, corner to corner. I am going to start. Easy swinging arm. Natural arm. Now we'll change this to what's called a triple or a 3 repeater. 3 knees up, right in a row. Walk down. Pump the arms. Feel free to change those arms. You can make them harder. You're going to reach and pull. I'm going to keep this very simple. So I'm just going to pump for the knee repeaters today. All right, basic only. We're going to do interrupted basic. 4. We will go up on top. We'll tap them right toe, left toe. Walk it down. Here we go. Tap. Exit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keeping that posture throughout, chest forward. Try to keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine so we don't jut the chin forward. All right, chassé, shuffle. We do a 1, 2, 3, walk, walk. Kind of towards that corner. Step down. Oh, I always trip myself there. I do it just once. I think in my last step video, I did the exact same thing. So this is open, squeeze those shoulder blades. So not really putting together big combinations today. Kind of just running down a list here on the right foot first. Then we'll come back and do it on our left. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Now face front hamstrings. We already did these in the warm-up. We're going to turn these to the corners. Squeeze back. Try to open up the front a little bit. Hands low, elbows pull straight back. Now triple curl, 3 in a row, and switch. Let's do it again. I'm going to change this to what's called the rocking horse. You're welcome to stay with this move right here. Step up, curl, step down, knee lift, step up and switch. Heel up, knee up, heel up, walk down. Keep going. And if for some reason this just does not quite make it for you, go back to those triple curls, 3 in a row. We will do 2 more. We're going to move on. 1 more. V-step, wide basic up. Walk down. 4 more right here. Now we're going to put in that leg lift back, hip extension. Now, the change with this, turning it into what is called an arabesque. Step out a little wide on each step up. That leg lift still goes back, still the hip extension. But if you are familiar with arabesque and dance, this looks a little bit more like that. 2 more here. Get ready, V-step right foot. Up, down. Arabesque is next. Step right foot, sweep and circle. Option, stay straight forward on those. V-step. 2 more. Arabesque, step right. We're going to break it down 1 more time. 2 V-step. Arabesque, right, left. 2 V-step. Arabesque. And again, same thing. Arabesque. V-step. Arabesque. All right, you want to try 1 and 1? Let's do it. V-step. Arabesque. V-step. Arabesque. V-step. Arabesque. V-step. Arabesque. Again, up, up. Step leg back. Up, up. Step leg back. Up. Leg back. Last time. Up. Nice job. Basic right foot, hands on the hips. Give yourself a second. So the nice thing about doing this list, instead of patterning, if you're kind of new or rusty when it comes to step aerobics, you get that repetition, you master that step, and that's when you get that intensity. You're going to put more work into the step because you know it. You're not trying to figure out what is next or how to transition. All right, interrupted basic. Up, up, tap back. Starting here. Down, down. We did this one, number 3 in the list. We're going to do another variation of interrupted basic. Basic up, dip back, knee up, exit. You're up, dip, knee. That right foot is doing all of the moving. It's doing all the big fun stuff. It starts the basic, it does the lunge, it does the knee. Any arms on this. Legs will always get the heart rate up. Arms can add to it. But your priority will be getting that step up and down safely and confidently. 4 more. Two more. All right, basic hold. All right, this is a really good place for a sip of water if you need it. You're starting to get a little sweat happening here. So let's walk it down. Grab a sip of water. Now, we are about number 8. Let's go to our left side and do this sequence of 8 moves. So we're going to march out on that left foot first. All right, when you're ready, it's that jump shot or step tap, start to this corner. So if I'm not a jumper, I step up, tap that toe in. If I want to do that step hop onto your bench, you're here. If you're using the floor, obviously, same options. Don't underestimate how this plays with your brain. So if you look at this video and say, I don't have a step, I'm not going to bother. If you do this on the floor, but you give yourself some kind of visual guide, maybe you've got some painter's tape, you could create some corners. These are 42 inches long. Oh, I'm going to say maybe 16 to 18 inches wide. Maybe you don't have to tape out the whole thing, unless you want to. But you could take some corners out. 2 more. Now, we'll start with V-step. We're up and down. Basic left foot. V-step. 4 again. 3, 2, left foot basic. Getting ready to break this down to 2 of each. V-step, up and down. Basic, step center. Step wide. Step center. 2s again. Basic. 1 more set of 2. Now we'll take it down to 1 of each. V-step, basic. Again. Now when we were on that right lead, we did basic first, then V-step. But that's just because that basic is a foundational move, and I wanted to start with that. Now we've got all this experience. We're going to start with the not so foundational move, that wide basic or V. 4 more sets. Up, up, straight front. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Now, knees up. So I'm going to put my arms, you could natural arm swing. I would always focus here. Getting a secure footing. Biggest range of motion you can maintain with the pace. Arms are second. Arms are kind of just for fun to add to the move. Now getting ready for that triple repeater. Here's where I change my arms. Now check in here. We want to stay as upright as we can from the hips, Here would be the option I would like to not see, is where you hinge, close up that gap, makes it a little easier. So try to stand as tall as you can. It's a little harder. You'll have a little bit of a hip hinge, maybe 5 degrees. But try to stand tall. Keep going, almost there. We're gonna do 2 more. Then we'll move on to step number 4. We'll start with basics. Left foot up. This is that interrupted basic with 2 alternating taps back from the top. 2 more regular. Take it up, tap back, left toe, right toe, walk it down, walk it up. So they're called interrupted basics because the base move is a basic. Then you kind of interrupt that basic and put something in there. In this case, alternating 2 taps. Remember, we have a second one that will come up in a bit. So again, check on that posture. 3 more. We have 1 more. Chassé turns. We do a little 1, 2, 3, walk it around. Now here's where let's focus on some arm work. Once you've got the foot pattern, think of pulling the arms open way back there from the upper back, in between the shoulder blades. Think about it, you'll use them a little bit more. Keep going, let's do 8 more. 8, 7. Last 4. 2 more. Basic, left foot, take it up, down. All right, moving on. Hamstring curls in 4, 3, step curl. And again, my hands, I tend to do a low row. Feel free to do what is comfortable for you or natural. 4 more straight front. Then I will change these, adding travel to the corners. Over here. Curl. Also, let's work on keeping that knee down. Sometimes it'll sneak forward, and I end up seeing something that looks a little more like a knee lift than a hamstring. Open up the front of that leg. All right, who's ready for a triple? Let's do it. Any arms. I could pull back. Again. We do 2 more triples. Remember, this is your backup option. So I'm going to go to that rocking horse. Step curl up, step down, knee, step up, curl, walk down. Curl, knee. So one of those goes down on the floor. Posture, nice tall long spine, crown of the head pulling up to the ceiling, quietly stepping. Let's do 4 more. Two more. 1 more. All right, V-step, left foot. Up and down. Four more here. Now leg lifts back, hip extension, arms reach forward. Remembering we are going for length, not height. Good posture. Now let's try that arabesque. You don't change the foot pattern, you just add a wider stance on top. 2 more. Going back to that V step. 4, 3, 2, arabesque, step left, circle. 2 more. Left foot V step. 2 more. Arabesque for 4. We are ready to break it down to 2 of each. 2 V step. Arabesque, left, right. Do it again. Arabesque. And again. One more time. All right, ready for 1 and 1. V step. Arabesque, left foot. V right. Arabesque right. Step left. Arabesque. Step right. Arabesque. Step left. Arabesque. Step right. Arabesque. Step left. Arabesque. Last one. Basic left foot up, down. Let's bring those hands in. All right, our 8th move. Last one of the sequence. Interrupted basic. Second version. We'll start with the first version though to kind of get that mindset. Basic up, tap, back. Left, right. So this one, we've already done. Let's move number 4. Now we'll change this next time. Basic up, dip off the step, knee balance. That left foot does all the moving around. That right foot, it's on and off the step. That's it. I will say this, if you wear a Fitbit, Step Aerobics gives you a lot of steps, a lot of bang for the buck. So does the Dance Fitness, by the way. I can get tons of steps if I do either my Dance Fitness class or practice at home and then doing a step workout. Let's do 4 more right here. And then we are due for a drink of water. We'll need to decide where to go from here. I don't want to go too long in case you got something else to do. All right, walk down. Wipe off that sweat. Grab a drink of water. All right, let's come up on top. We'll do about 4 moves, right lead, 4 moves, left lead, in a sequence like we've been doing. That we're gonna do what's called reverse stepping. So if you are not using a step, but you've created an imaginary or a physical rectangle, you're gonna start inside. So let's take that right foot, basic, down, up. Here we go. I'm gonna pump the arm curls here. Elbows are tucked in. Down, up, down, up. Now, bring those hands to the hips for a second. 4 more basic. We're gonna do a reverse knee lift. Down, down, up, step, knee. Here we go. Down, down, step, knee. So let's bring in that swinging arm again. So just a natural swing. Next one, that's triple lift. Lifting 3. Down, down. 3. Down, down. Uh-oh. 3, 2, 1. 3. My music, it's that live stream music. It messes around with my downbeat more than the music I use in class from the same company. So I'll think I went off, but I actually didn't. And then that gives me that little moment of panic. One more. All right, just a basic down and up. Let's do double arm biceps. Now, we're gonna alternate taps back. Ready? So just the tap. Keep your body weight on top of the step. Light touch back. If you're on the floor, light touch back. Lat raise arms. I'm just gonna change the arms a little bit. Now alternate front and side. T arms. Four more sets. 4, 3, 2 more. Hands on hips. Basic. All right. Move it over. Move it over. Oh, I tripped again. I let's do it right there. Move it over. Now I'm still leading with this right leg, but I'm going in the left direction. Head back this way. Just travel down the step. Now we stay at this end. Tap down, tap up. Right here. Now, hopefully I have room and I don't kick the dining room wall. So I'm going to start to add a little hip abduction. Hip abduction, it's not a free-for-all. You keep that hip turned forward, so you're only going to lift about 30 to 45 degrees. Now I'm going to do a little diagonal lift. These arms are like, wait, what? Do whatever you like. Oh, I get distracted when people walk by on the sidewalk. There's a lady I didn't recognize. 2 more. Nice job. Just walk it off the step. Bring it on back. All right. Take it up. I want you to march with your left foot first. So we're going to do those 4 moves. Left lead, then we're cooling it down. Reverse basic. Pumping curls, elbows in. Remember, straight down behind the bench. You're probably one of your foot lengths away from the back edge of the step. So you keep this vertical. She's counting down for me. I kind of like it. All right, let's tap it back. Left. So now we're staying on the step, tapping lightly behind us, using your best control here. This is one, if you've been trying to keep pace with the music and it's felt a little fast, slow this one down. 4, lat raise arms only, out. We're gonna go to that T arm. In 4, 3, lift it front and side. Posture, chest forward, long spine, crown of your head to the sky. Ooh, that sounded so fancy and pretty. 8 more here. 8, 7, 6, 5. Anybody working up a sweat? I am. I have a fan turned off, but it's 5 feet away from me. Basic, down, up. Basic. All right, third move of 4. That reverse knee lift. Next time. Down, down, step knee. Swing those arms. I will switch this up to that repeater knee, triple. If you would like to stay with the single, feel free. And 2. Next one, triple knee up. I'm going to change those arms. I'm going to pump it. Try to retain your best posture here on these. Even the best step aerobic person can find themselves hunched over, caving inward on these. Try to keep that chest forward. Maybe your knee lift isn't as high, but it's in good form. Just gonna go 2 more. Then we'll move into our traveling basic, into our down tap, up tap, and the outer hip move. Basic right here, hands in. Down. Travel, back. Keep going. Oh, I know you probably don't even hear that the music has ended. Take it this way. Take it back. So I'm not changing which foot goes first, but I am forcing my body to go this way when I'm leading with that trail foot now. Now your lead foot is leading. We will stay over here. Tap down, tap up. Right off the side. Now outer hip. Remember, that hip is called square or turned in. I mean, you can physically rotate that outside, that bony thing on your foot. You can turn that up to the ceiling, almost feel pigeon-toed, but it's actually happening up in the hip. You'll find you can't lift high, but you're working that muscle. Okay, I'm gonna add cross body arm for balance. Kind of a straight hand on this, bicep, pretty arabesque arm. But keep the hip turned forward. You should feel that outer hip, medial glute. Go for length from that right fingertip to the left heel. Let's do last 4. We're going to start our cool down. And 3, and 2. Excellent. Walk it down off the step. Spring it on behind here. All right, let's back it up. Take a ski squat down up. I'm going to keep my heels down. Sometimes when you haven't stepped for a long time, or for some people it is just a habit, you do the whole thing on the balls of your feet, and that's usually if your heels are hanging off the back, which we try to avoid. So we don't really need to go to that calf raise here. All right, let's march 3 and tap on 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is one of our very, very first warm-up moves today. So we'll finish it out. Let's add a little travel, lateral step. In case you were wondering, my list, I stopped at 8. Then I did some reverse stepping, 4 each. My original list is 17 moves. So, super simple step number 3 might get to the other end of that list. And then I have some more kind of intensity interval moves, a little more sporty, in place of what we did for the reverse stepping today. So again, if you've made it this far, good job. But if you don't have a step, it doesn't matter. All right, just march it back. Back it up from your step a little bit. Let's take those feet out wide. Let's plie reach. So just a very generic cool down here. Reach it across, add a little twist if you want. Stay here, 8 more. Now, hamstring with triceps. I want you to open up the front of that thigh. Point the toes if you can. It's a little awkward feeling. I always flex my foot on hamstring curls, but I want to open the shin a little bit too. And that tricep, elbows stay slightly tucked behind you if you can. Shoulders down from the ears. 8 more. 6. 4 more. Squat and stand. Down. Up. Shallow squats. We're trying to bring the heart rate down, not up. So I'm only going about 1/4 of the way down here. Last two. Last one. Release those arms on down. Let's take that right heel on the step. We're going to hinge back away from the heel. Try to open up the hamstring and back. Draw those shoulders down. Flex the toe. You can reach down. Perhaps. That foot is elevated. So this is a little better stretch for us than when we do the heel on the floor. All right, let's open that up. Just switch to the other side. Sit back in the hips. Reach down if you can, but make sure you're maintaining your posture through the upper back. So we're keeping the shoulder blades pulling towards one another. Chest pulls forward. All right, let's bring it on up. Now I'm going to take the right foot on the step. It can just be in that fake square of yours or the fake rectangle or on the floor. I'm going to sink it down. Then I'm going to do that lunge press position that we do for quadricep hip flexors. Let's take a big inhale up. Arms were not a huge part of this workout, so I am not focusing on stretching through the arms. All right, let's step off. Let's change sides. So that left foot securely on the step, make sure the heel is on there. Back right heel is up. We sit down as if we're doing a lunge. Then we really tighten up that glute muscle. Let's take the arms out from the shoulders. Now let's think about lengthening the back as opposed to rounding. Bring those hands on down and let's push off that step. Feet under the hips will hinge forward. Cow, so we inhale here. Exhale, round. Look back towards the thighs if you can. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, round all the way up this time. Shoulders finish up, down and back. Inhale, arms up. Great job, everybody. I hope you got a good workout, whether you were on the step or on the floor. And have a wonderful day.